What made you think that there should be a different vision of life or there should be a different purpose of life?
I hated Islam. By born, I was a Muslim. I am a Muslim. I was born and raised in an Islamic family, and really, I hated Islam that time. Not only Islam, but also all the organized religions. Just
Yes.
before the age of 18, I was believed in God partially.
Okay.
Not believed in any other religions like Buddhism, Sikhism, Judaism, Christianity, Hinduism,
Okay.
Islam.
And Islam. But why you used to hate religion? What was the thought or idea behind it?
So in our school there was a subject called Indian Culture and Moral Education, and it was the very important subject in our school, and the whole organization and the whole Ramkrishna Mission, because mostly I hated my own religion.
When we come from a different background, from a non-religious background, then when we come to the religion and we try to understand it, we try to follow it, we try to adhere to it, then most of the people from the religious background, they start to say that, oh, you are becoming so religious, you were not before like that, why are you like that? And mostly they judge you by your whatever it is, by your deeds. How did you first of all manage to face it and overcome it?
So we cannot hate each other. Okay, if we hate each other, this is breaking the principles of religion. Okay, when he used to read the Quran, okay, that time the Quranic sound was very irritating me. So that verse completely stuck in my mind, and really I was broke down. Really, my heart was broke down. That what I was doing.
You were in Ramkrishna Mission. What was your experience? Now you can see or observe from a religious point of view that what good things you have learned from them.
Yes, yes.
And what things you have seen as something illogical or irrational. Tell us both about the positive and what was the irrational.
That's a very good question and interesting question.
Yes.
It is an amazing institute that children can grow in an intellectual, in a logical, and a very decent way, I can say. And the negative things that, which is the most important point, shirk, especially monks and nuns, they are actually worshipping other than God.
I learned a lot from St. Thomas Catholic schools.
Swami Vivekananda was an amazing person, really. He's a great personality all over the whole world. We know that. We have learned from his life and his ideas and his teachings. In their mandir, in the temple, there were the picture of Makkah and Medina. Can you imagine? Because Ramkrishna Mission mostly believe in basically first of all believe in humanism than the Hinduism. Okay.
There's a question that I want to ask from a movie called Life of Pi, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. There's a thing that the father tells the Pi, the main character. He tells him that believing in everything is as same as believing in nothing. So how do you relate to this statement or this philosophy to it? Like when you respect is always there, respect is with every religion, but believing in everything is same as believing in nothing. So how do you see it? So he first of all he was a Hindu, then he went to a church, he started learning about Jesus, then he came to know about Allah and etc. So what he used to do, that he used to believe everything, like Hinduism gods, like Jesus and Allah, everything. So then his father told him that it was a very good and rational statement, that he told him that if you are going to believe in everything, it is same as believing in nothing, because in agnosticism you doubt everything. You are not rejecting everything, but you still doubt
Like
everything.
me.
Yes.
When I was
So how do you see it? What do you think? There is a good perspective of it. Can you share anything else, something?
one man is the servant of one person or one king, like this. The verse continues, and one person is a servant of many gods. Which condition is the best?
Yeah.
Tell me, which condition is the best? The first condition is the best, na?
Because this line is one of the things that I've learned a lot from Life of Pi. Assalamu alaikum everyone. So I am finally back after a long time. मैं हिंदी में ही बोलता हूँ क्योंकि काफ़ी सारे लोग हिंदी में ही हैं. तो काफ़ी दिनों से ऑलमोस्ट 1.5-2 महीने हो गए कि मैंने कोई वीडियो नहीं डाला, जिसकी रीज़न यही है कि अभी मेनली मेरा फोकस है अपने करियर को लेकर कि जिसके लिए काफ़ी मैं बिज़ी हूँ आजकल, और इसके अलावा स्टडीज़ वगैरह भी है और भी काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें हैं जो कि लाइफ में चल रही हैं. और अभी कंटेंट क्रिएशन जो मेरा मेन पर्पस था, उसको करने का मेरा रीज़न था वो ये कि मैं लोगों को एजुकेट कर सकूं, कुछ बातें ऐसे बता सकूं जो कि मौजूद नहीं है. तो यही मेरा मेन रीज़न था, ना कि कोई व्यूज़ अर्न करना, ना ही कोई इनकम करना, ना ही कोई अर्निंग होना, ये ज़रूरी मेरे लिए नहीं था। और यही मेरा पर्पस था। इसीलिए मैं अभी जो है एक पॉज लेकर के हूँ। काफ़ी सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स अभी माइंड में हैं, शॉर्ट फिल्म्स वगैरह जो कि मैंने सोच करके रखा है, बट आई विल वर्क ऑन दैट सून। तो मैं इंशाल्लाह अपडेट दूंगा आप लोगों को। और आज मैं हूँ एक बाहर कहीं पे, आई कैन नॉट, मैं लोकेशन बता नहीं सकता। जो लोग कोलकाता से हैं वो समझ गए होंगे मैं कहाँ से हूँ, अभी मैं कहाँ पे हूँ एक्चुअली। और आज हमारे साथ एक बहुत ही स्पेशल गेस्ट मौजूद हैं, आरजू भाई। बट आज हम हिंदी में बात नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि आरजू भाई और मैं हमेशा कॉमनली बंगाली में ही बात करते हैं और इंग्लिश में, तो जिसकी वजह से मुझे इंग्लिश में ही आज इस सेशन को करना होगा। और आज हम लोग मेनली डिस्कस करेंगे हिज लाइफ स्टोरी टुवर्ड्स इस्लाम, वट एवर ही इज़ डूइंग राइट नाउ। सो आरजू भाई, अस्सलामु अलैकुम।
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
हाउ आर यू?
I am really good. How are you?
वेयर आर यू फ्रॉम? आई एम गुड, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
I am from
यू आर फ्रॉम
where?
वेयर?
Kolkata. Basically from the city of Kolkata.
ओके,
As well as if you say that which district, then I would say that South 24 PGS.
yes. So those who
Actually,
do
nearly
not
about
know,
Diamond Harbour.
So those who do not know, Aarzoo bhai is one of my very close friends. We are friends for a very long time. We started talking, I think, around the lockdown period. I had a group on WhatsApp. He joined me there, and then from there we started talking, and then we connected a lot on very too many things. Mostly about our purpose, our vision. They are very common, so I relate a lot with him. Also, we are a proud Bengali, so that is one thing that I want to highlight again and again, because I'm against proud. I'm against the word proud, but still using the word as joke. But that's not the case. So right now we are going to discuss about your life story. I have shared a lot of my stories before on my channel, but I've also invited many people. One guest is pending. He is going to join us very soon. One of my friend who converted to Islam. I'm going to introduce him very soon, but for now we are going to talk with Aarzoo bhai, that how he came towards Islam, or what he was doing before that. Like every one of us, we were somehow deviated from the path. We are still not in the correct path 100%, but we are trying our best to come closer to this correct path, the straight path. But so that's the thing that I want to ask you, Aarzoo bhai, first of all, that what made you think that there should be a different vision of life, or there should be a different purpose of life? Tell us about your previous story before knowing about all of this.
What's the actual question?
My actual question is what you were doing since childhood till the age when you came to know that about religion, about our purpose of life, whatever. When you started to think. Before that, what you used to do as a student?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. So I would say that before 18 years old, I was actually a common person. I was really very much busy in my studies, that is the school studies. After that, when I completed the HS exam, then the real journey starts. The journey is about spirituality, the journey is about purpose of life.
Yes.
The journey is about from darkness to light, whatever you can say. There are a lot of things that we can say, but in short I would say that first of all, from the childhood in my life was very simple, and now really my life is very simple. So I love to lead my life in a very simple way. So actually I am from a very good family, and my father is very good, very logical, very rational, very open minded, and my mother is very simple and very good. I am really blessed to have a parents like them. And I have a brother who is now studying in class 10, mashallah. So he is now appearing for the 10th exam, which is called the Madhyamik examination. So before I start to talk about my journey, I would like to introduce myself. As you know that I have completed my HS from Ramkrishna Mission Institute, which is in Sarisa. That is the Swadeshi chapter.
Yes.
This organization is run by Belon Mott. You know that.
Yes.
After that, I obtained my BSc degree from City College, Kolkata, which is under the University of California. Then I was enrolled in my paramedical courses in the Department of Dialysis. Then I was studied there nearly about 3 years to complete this degree, which is a degree diploma in dialysis technique and the State Medical Faculty of West Bengal. And Alhamdulillah, it has been completed. And now most of the people, they don't know, or maybe they know that I love to teach. I love to teach so many things, but my specialty in biology. So that's why I teach biology to students for several years, and I am teaching now in online and offline mode. And I am also doing translating as well as script writing. You know that. And recently I have started this. I love to do it. Really, I enjoy my work. There are lots of things that I want to do, but time is very limited in my life. So recently I was very interested about the BLS and ACLS courses, which is in the medical field. So I was enrolled in it, and it is processing. And now I am teaching biology to 11th and 12th standards as well as 9th and 10th standard in the online and the offline media. I love to teach. I also write, you know that, but not an official writer, by the way.
He is an official writer.
No.
From yesterday, he joined my team as a script writer.
No. Actually,
So-
I write on Facebook and WhatsApp. Generally, sometimes I write on WhatsApp and Facebook. You know that. That is not in an official way. I love to write. I love to read. I love to travel. I love to explore the world. I love to explore the design of this whole universe. Okay, so that's it. It is my part of life, I think. So that was my educational qualification, and basically there are some hobby I have. So I am not capable to do or carry on my hobbies because of my career studies and other things. So there are some things that I love to do, like reading, traveling, writing, thinking. You know that, thinking, reading books, lots of books like spirituality based books, motivational books, life changing books, and so on and so forth. And I love to teach. I also love to teach the Dawah, you know that, which is the calling people to the God.
So I think we must first of all discuss about your beginning of the journey. Like, what I want to really ask is that on which point of life you realized that I am going some kind of a wrong way or whatever, in a direction which is not for me. When did it happen, and how did you approach to it?
Yes, that's a very interesting question. That's the main esoteric point in this video. So I will come to this. Before before my HS exam, before at the age of 18, or you can say that at the age of 18, I was really a normal Muslim. Really, the first of thing that time, really, Naudzubillah, I hated Islam. By born, I was a Muslim. I am a Muslim. I was born and raised in an Islamic family, and really, I hated Islam that time. I hated Islam.
What was the reason for hating Islam?
Hated Islam because of this. I was so much allergic. Not only Islam, but also all the organized religions, the established religions.
Okay. So you were not
like Charles
hating the
Darwin.
Islam specifically.
Yes, I was some agnosticism program that time.
So it is
I
also
was believed in God.
Yes.
Before the age of 18, I was believed in God partially.
Okay.
Not believed in any other religions like Buddhism, Sikhism, Judaism, Christianity, Hinduism, Islam.
But it is a very strange thing that I can see,
It's
because
like-
as you are from also Ramkrishna Mission, that
Yes,
it
yes.
is also a religious institution everyone considers. You can say so. You can still have you may have had a very good connection with Hinduism or whatever it is, more than Islam. But why you used to hate religion? What was the thought or idea behind it?
Actually, that's a very interesting question. When I was in school, really, I'm basically from a missionary family, a missionary background. So in our school, there was a subject called Indian Culture and Moral Education, and it was the very important subject in our school, and the whole organization and the whole Ramakrishna Mission uh, across the world, they focused on this particular subject. Even there was exams on this subject. So I have learned lots of things. I have learned lots of knowledges. I have acquired lots of knowledges on this subject. But that time I was not not only sometimes I have implemented some knowledges, but not only all of those knowledges. But one thing that is very important, that time the awakening of the journey of purpose of life was not awaked. Okay, so that time the awakening was not coming. So basically I have to say that I hated religion because there are so much, because mostly I hated my own religion.
Okay.
Mostly hated our own religion. That is because of our environmental issues. You know that about the fitra, the first principle of Islam. You know that the fitra was corrupted by the environmental issues, the surroundings, the friends, families, and so many things. So we have to stay away from all of these things. That's why we need some components that need to awaken the real thing.
So one more question that comes through my mind is that what we see and what I have also experienced is that when we come from a different background, from a non-religious background, then when we come to the religion and we try to understand it, we try to follow it, we try to adhere to it, then most of the people from the religious background, they start to say that, oh, you are becoming so religious, you were not before like that, why are you like that? And mostly they judge you by your whatever it is, by your deeds. How did you first of all manage to face it and overcome it?
This type of struggle I have not crossed, but the question is very important. That's a very
Yes.
good question.
So when you came to Islam, so what we can think from a general perspective, that you may have started going to mosque and started five times praying salah. So what I was asking is that is anyone in your mosque questioned you about anything else? Anything you wanted to share? Any experience regarding this?
Any experience?
Like you may have disliked it from a religious person.
Yeah, when I come to Islam, when I come to the journey of actual knowledge, the most common questions posed by the visitors of the mosque or the worshippers of the mosque, they sometimes gossip about it. And the question is, you know that the praying style. Is it
Yes,
Hanafi? Is it Shafi? Is it Maliki?
This is
and
the most important question on planet Earth.
Is it Hanbali? So really, I am speaking from my heart. I have worked on this. I have worked on this very elaborately. Then I came to this point that we have to respect all the praying style in whatever exists in our religion. We should not avoid any of these things. Yeah, you are doing Hanafi style of praying, it is accepted. You are doing another style of praying, like Maliki style of praying, it is accepted. So we cannot hate each other. Okay, if we hate each other, this is breaking the principles of religion. Okay, but sometimes we see in our locality people are hating this. Okay, so this cannot be done. Okay, so it was not a great deal actually. I have managed all of these things through my knowledge and my insights.
Yeah. I think we can talk about this on a different session, on another session,
Actually, I want to
because
share
it is a
about
completely different topic. Yes, you wanted to share something.
I want to share. That is totally. I'm remembering now
Yes.
the very previous days when I was in school. My grandmother used to read the Quran, which is the most amazing and most glorious book in the world.
Yes.
Used to read the Quran in the dawn, in the Fajr.
In the Fajr time.
And that time was my sleeping
Sleeping time.
Yes. time. That time was my sleeping time.
Yes.
After finishing my study, okay.
Yeah.
That was that time I was not religious. I have no 1% of knowledge about religion. Okay, so when he used to read the Quran, okay, that time the Quranic sound was very irritating me day by day, and now I love the Quran very much, really. more and more. Maybe I don't. Maybe sometimes I forget to read, or maybe there are some gaps that exist in my daily Quranic routine. And may Allah forgive me, and may Allah forgive all of us for it. So we have to become the people of Quran. We have to become the student of the Quran. So in our daily routine, the Quran should be in our daily routine. The Quran, whatever busy we are. So
Definitely.
after that, when I comes to one verse of the Quran, after reading the Quran, when I came to the Islam, that it isn't mentioned most probably in Surah Araf, verse 204 most probably, maybe I'm not sure. So there is written, the verse tells about the recitation of the Quran, that when the Quran is recited, so listen to it very carefully, that you may receive mercy. So my reflection on this, that the more you will hear the recitation of the Quran, the more you will get the mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Definitely.
Okay. So that verse completely stuck in my mind, and really I was broke down. Really, my heart was broke down. That what I was doing. That time the story of my grandmother was remembered, and now I am seeing this ayah. That is completely I'm relating with the incident that was happened before a few years back, and the verse that is completely connected with the incident that I am realizing, I'm inciting. Okay.
Yes.
So it was really completely changed my life, and it was completely that time when I was reading this verse and reflecting on this, completely it broke down me, and I was really crying. Really, it completely shocked me. Really. So how many mercy I have left. How not only many, but also how much mercy.
Yeah, we can understand this because this is one of the very similar things that happens to every Muslim when he comes to the true path. One of the things that triggers us is
There
that
are
the
so many.
Quran's
Okay.
recitation and etc. about pondering on Quran and etc. So one more thing I'm going to ask you before concluding this session is that I personally really like to know from you that you were in Ramkrishna Mission. I was also going to take admission on in class 5, I think, and for some reason I didn't go to there. But what was your experience? Now you can see or observe from a religious point of view that what good things you have learned from them.
Yes, yes.
And what things you what things you have seen as something illogical or irrational. Tell us both about the positive and what was the
That's a
irrational.
very good question and interesting question.
Yes.
When I was Ramakrishna Mission, because we are human being, we will make mistakes and then we will repair our mistakes. Okay, we are all human being, whether it be scientists, philosophers, intellectuals, thinkers, psychologists. We will all mistakes in our daily life, and then we will repair. Okay, that's why we are human being.
Yes.
Okay? That's the main feature of human being, I think. Okay, so when I was in Ramakrishna Mission, really, it changed my life. It was I think it is an amazing institute that children can grow in an intellectual, in a logical, and a very decent way. Okay, in a very decent way. That means I think the study was very good there, and the environment was very good. And when it comes to the topic of religion, then the discussion is different. That means from the Islamic perspective, it is the monotheistic religion, and the Hinduism perspective, it is monotheistic. We know that, but they are converted into
Pantheism.
pantheism and polytheism. So that's why the good things were in Ramakrishna Mission, that a student will become a good human being. That is a good things. They will learn the moral values, ethics, and good characters. And there was very good study. The study area, it was an amazing area of study, and actually I think this is an intellectual hub. These are the good points, etc., etc. So there are so many things that I can share with you. It is all like I can share with you. And the negative things that which is the most important point, shirk. Which is the most important point, shirk. That is the monks, those who are in the charge of this institution, and the other especially monks and nuns, they are actually worshipping other than God, other than
So
one
one
God.
thing that I want
And the
to
other thing that the pranam, which is completely against the teachings of our.
was it compulsory?
No, no, no. It is not compulsory.
So
It is not compulsory.
was anything compulsory related to religion that even if you are a Muslim, you have to follow certain rituals or anything like that?
No, no, it is not. There is,
Okay,
my,
because when I went there, my parents told me that there are some things that you have to do in order to. Because I was going to take admission in the hostel section.
yeah.
So from that, they told us something about which my parents didn't agree from the religious perspective. Then that was the reason that I didn't go there. But still, my life was very good. Alhamdulillah, I learned a lot from St. Thomas Catholic school, a lot. So that's why I wanted to really know that what was the thing there.
No, actually, I think the people of Ramakrishna Mission, they are very open-minded.
Yeah,
They are very open-minded,
intellectual.
intellectual. I think because the Swami
This is
Vivekananda was an amazing
yeah,
person.
yeah.
Really, he's a great personality all over the world. We know that. We have learned from his life and his ideas and his teachings. We know that. Even when I was gone to Ramakrishna Mission, most probably it was in Koikali. Ramakrishna Koikali. In their mandir, in the temple, there were the picture of Makkah and Medina. Can you imagine?
For what reason?
For what is that means? Unity in
Unity,
yeah, not only unity. That means they believe in humanism.
respect.
They believe in humanism.
Respect of
actually.
religions.
Respect of other religion.
Okay.
You can say that it's called the humanism because Ramakrishna Mission mostly believe in humanism. Mostly, basically, first of all, believe in humanism than the Hinduism. Okay, so that's why.
There's a question that I want to ask from a movie called Life of Pi, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. There's a thing that the father tells the Pi, the main character. He tells him that believing in everything is as same as believing in nothing. So how do you relate to this statement or this philosophy to it? Like when you respect is always there, respect is with every religion, but believing in everything is same as believing in nothing. So how do you see it? What are your
Believing
thoughts
in
on it?
everything is equal to believing is nothing.
What
How can we survive without believing?
what the questioner here wanted to say is that he was going to discuss religion with his son. The son was very logical and very rational minded and open minded. His parents even allowed him to seek different religions and study different religions and observe. So he first of all he was a Hindu. Then he went to a church. He started learning about Jesus. Then he came to know about Allah and etc. So what he used to do, that he used to believe everything like Hinduism gods, like Jesus and Allah, everything. So then his father told him that it was a very good and rational statement, that he told him that if you are going to believe in everything, it is same as believing in nothing. Because if you are believing in Hinduism,
Everything,
yes,
that is completely chaotic.
that's
Yes, that is
what
completely
that's what
chaotic.
my question was.
Master,
And
that is completely chaotic.
because it's I don't know, I'm not sure about this, but it is same as like I think agnosticism. Because in agnosticism you doubt everything. You are not rejecting everything, but you still doubt
Like me.
everything. Yes.
When I was
So how do you see it? What do you think?
When I
There is a good perspective of it. Can you share anything else, something?
on this perspective, actually, believing in everything is equivalent to believing in nothing. It is
Yes.
true. It is true from my point of view that I will insight on this. That I will delve on this. That we have to believe one agent actually
Okay.
from the perspective of religion.
Yes.
On the perspective of religion, okay.
Yes.
So believing in everything, that means actually it is creating creating the chaotic condition. It will happen. The pandemonium situation will happen in your life, ups and downs, in every moment of your life. The life will become completely haphazard. Okay. Suppose when you are believing the God of Hinduism, on the other hand, when you are believing the God of Islam, if
They are completely
no,
different.
actually, if we imagine, each religion has different principles, so we have to maintain all of these principles. Then we cannot survive in our life. We cannot maintain all of these things. Actually, it's completely complicated, like Trinity. From the Christian perspective, like Trinity, they believe three
Yes.
agents, Okay, they are believing in this and that. 3 equals to 1. How can it possible? Okay, it is completely wrong.
So this thing, I think we should all learn from it, that it is not the case. Like many of us, many of our friends, many, even we did it at some time. That what we used to do, like respecting everyone.
Sorry,
Yes.
even there is a verse. Now I am remembering that in the Quran, that one servant is the one man is the servant of one person or one king. Like this, the verse continues, and one person is a servant of many gods. Which condition is the best?
Yeah.
Tell me, which condition is the best? The first condition is the best, na?
Definitely.
So the question you have posed, that's the very interesting question. This one verse is the most perfect answer. I would say that. I have paraphrased it, okay? But there is a verse in the Quran. So we have to follow the one agent who has created the whole universe. Our life will become very better because the principle is same, because the rules are same, the regulations are same. Okay. Okay. We cannot deny any religion because it is a established fact, and we have to maintain, we have to respect each and every religion and every persons of the religion, those who are following this religion, because the Quranic teachings teaches us that we have to respect all the religions, all the person. Okay, so that is very important.
It is very important for everyone that they must think about it, and logically they start reading everything and start to observe everything, and with their intellectual mind, because this line is one of the things that I've learned a lot from Life of Pi. There are many things I've learned a lot from it, but one of the things was this, that believing in everything is same as believing in nothing.
Nothing.
So we must observe and ponder over things, our religions, our books, and with our intellectual mind which God has given us, we must think and
Must
accept.
reflect.
Yes, we must think and must at least follow one,
Yes,
which we think it's true.
absolutely.
But many people think that accepting one and following one means,
Imagine the situation.
Yes.
You are a person.
yeah,
You are a servant of one king. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And I am a servant of
many things.
many kings.
Many things.
You tell me which condition is the best.
Mine.
Your condition is the best.
Yes.
So you have from this,
Because I don't have to go to
from
every
this-
other king to ask what I have to do,
from
what
this
I don't have
perspective,
to
we
do.
can conclude
Yeah.
that your condition is the best.
Definitely.
And this logic is very applicable to
Definitely.
this condition. Okay. So we have to maintain all these things. We cannot survive.
This is a very simple thing.
Yes. That simple logic. Okay.
Okay, so I think we should wrap up this session right now because we have talked a lot. We didn't plan. We were expecting 15-20 minutes, but still it's
It is
very good.
Please tell, it is a completely unprepared.
Yeah.
Session.
So we didn't plan anything that we are going to record in
Accidentally
this session.
happened.
Neither he prepared nor I prepared anything. So we just started talking like friends, and I think that should be normalized very much because in this time it is very impossible to organize and then do all of these things, which is very good, but still we should not depend on it.
Yes.
So
We will do more session on this topic.
inshallah, definitely. So I will request to Aarzoo bhai that whenever we will meet, we will record a short session
Yeah,
for our
why not?
viewers, because our viewers are also very intellectuals these days. They keep messaging me that why I am not uploading any videos, what happened to me. So I keep telling them that this is a case. So I'm going to soon upload very soon some things which is in my mind. So until then, I think we should wrap up this session.
Yeah.
And I will meet you all in the next video someday, inshallah. Please pray for me. Please pray for Aarzoo bhai and every Muslim, every other human beings, that we must try to understand the concept of God, religion, and the true way of life. May God all of us give strength and intellect to ponder upon His creation. That's all I want to say for now. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.